How's it going? I'm back. And yes, this is a completely dedicated video to wrestling. So to my non-wrestling subs, sorry. You probably won't be interested. But I have followed it for a long time, and really I believe I'm at a crossroads with it. So I want to talk about that. And I'm going to bash the living shit out of the WWE. There's no lying about that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to bash it and criticize it because that's what it deserves for how fucking garbage it is. Actually, if there's any non-wrestling subscribers I have, which is like bugger all, but who cares? You know, haven't seen wrestling, just watch Monday Night Raw or any professional wrestling thing that's televised. It's fucking garbage. It's boring. You'll hate it. And you'll think it's a joke. And you'd be correct to think that. But 15 years ago, if you'd said that to me, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. Even 10 years ago, there was hope. And professional wrestling is entertainment. End of story. It's not professional wrestling. Professional wrestling doesn't mean shit. It's fake. It doesn't mean anything. The winners and losers in professional wrestling, just having a fake fight in the ring, is pointless. It doesn't interest people. It won't interest anyone who watches real sports or anything like that. It won't. Usually. Like, the masses don't give a fuck about fake, you know, I hate to say it, but indie style wrestling, even though the indies are wrestling. I have nothing against the indies, to be honest. Like, the more wrestling product out there, the better, right? Overall, I hate that word, the product. But the more wrestling companies out there, the better. That's why I never wanted TNA to go out of business, as shitty as I found their program to be. I can't get interested in it. Here's the thing about wrestling today, to me. They all look the fucking same. Every single one of them have the same sort of moveset, the same sort of fucking... Even movesets don't even mean shit, but they do the same stuff in the ring. The spots are the same. Like the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't watched one of those since 2011. I haven't watched a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 years, like 4 years. Because they're the same spots, the same fucking match every time. It's boring garbage. So, like, they have themed pay-per-views, Money in the Bank, TLC, Hell in a Cell. All these matches that used to have a purpose are just happening for the sake of it. There's absolutely no storylines, no reason to care. Like, they're so-called heels and bad guys. They're not fucking believable at all. They're not. And it's not just all the vanilla midgets. It's also a lot of the fucking big guys are garbage too. It's like, if I point out that I think Daniel Bryan's fucking boring, right? My usual response will be to get some sort of attack on Roman Reigns and how I think he's sexy. And I just think, when the fuck did I ever think or say that? I'm not even really a fan of Roman Reigns. I find him boring. I find him a fucking amateur who botches on the mic. He's not fit to be leading that company yet. And they just made him a champion to take it away from him. Instead of making him win his first championship at WrestleMania, which would have made more sense. Who knows? Maybe a lot of these guys in the company will get better. But the roster today is just trash. And people say wrestling started getting bad around Benoit's death. I disagree with that. Wrestling started to go downhill fast after 2001. The Alliance shit did, like, you know, look at the ratings. It really did not do that great. And people started getting buried. You know, all kinds of people. But, like, they created 2 new stars in 2005, 10 years ago. Where have they come in 10 years? The WWE. Where have they come? They had Batista and John Cena. Now, Batista and John Cena, you know, there was a few, I can't even remember who they are now, but they had some prospects that were supposedly building up there at Daz. And, yeah, they're fucking gone. Everyone just ended up losing to John Cena. John Cena run through the whole roster. The whole entire roster. And that is a fact. He's beaten every conceivable person that he could. The only thing left for John Cena is to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania and break Stone Cold Steve Austin, or tie Stone Cold Steve Austin's Royal Rumble record, and apparently win 16 world titles, like fake world titles, remind you. Like, doesn't mean shit that John Cena's won. Not to me. I mean, it might to you, but not to me personally. It might mean a lot to you that Ric Flair's record is going to be broken by John Cena. But I hate to say this, guys, and anyone who was subscribed to my old wrestling channel, you know this. You know I do not like this motherfucker. That's how my channel started like 2 years ago. Bashing the shit out of John Cena. But he's still better than 95% of these guys who have come along in the last 2 years, 3 years. Ever since that NXT garbage started. Everything's a false finish. Every single match, spot fest. Oh, it's so awesome. Why is it awesome? What's happening? Why is... People will go on a winning streak and then become total jobbers and lose for like 6 months. Rusev, even though he's a piece of shit and he's overrated, Rusev is garbage. Like Reigns to me is garbage. They're all garbage. Seth Rollins is especially a boring garbage champion, and I'm glad he doesn't have the title. However, it sucks that he got injured. Like, that's legit. Like, that's beyond my entertainment. It's just the guy getting injured and having to do rehab and shit. That's oh, well, it's all part of the game though. But yeah, the guy is, everything's so wrong. It's so obviously scripted nowadays. Like, there's differences in NXT, yes. The promos aren't so heavily scripted. The matches don't seem to be as heavily scripted, but it's still a spot fest. And these people are garbage. Like, I don't understand how you guys can stand there and honestly mark out for Sami Zayn. How the hell can you mark out for this guy? He's like a cruiserweight champion. Back in the day, like on the mid-card on SmackDown. Feuding with Hurricane and Jamie Noble. You know, oh, Sami Zayn's 6'1", 225. Yeah, did you guys know that professional wrestling, right, is not a real sport? So therefore, it is not illegal to lie about one's height and weight. And they all do it, and that is a fact. So all these guys like who come at me if I want to ever say anything negative about CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, and guys of that overrated indie background. And that's what it is to me. Like, wrestling is entertainment. It's, if I want to watch wrestling, I'll watch the UFC. I'll watch John Jones throw someone to the ground and then do elbow strikes. Okay, that's wrestling. Or I'll watch real wrestling at the Olympics, which is very boring and it doesn't interest me. So there you go. It's got to be entertainment. I mean, fuck. That whole concept about real wrestling and this technical, I've actually lost my chain of thought because it's changed so much. It seems to me now that like the wrestling fans I observe care more about, and they use words like work rate and psychology, all that stuff that they don't understand, but like it means more to them, like, you know, spot fests or like matches like Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze with all those boring chain roll-ups that are real fake and timed. Like, that's not exciting. It's garbage. It's insulting to one's intelligence. That's what a regular person who would watch this product would think, that it's insulting to their intelligence. And it is. And, you know, WrestleMania 31 or 32 is... Yeah, WrestleMania 32 is coming up. And, yeah, who have they got? AT&T Stadium. They have a chance to set the indoor attendance record of 110, 20,000 or whatever it is. Who's going to headline that card? Seth Rollins versus, let's say if he wasn't injured, but Seth Rollins headlining the card against Roman Reigns. You think that'll sell 110,000 tickets? You serious? That's why I used to get, you know, they need the part-timers to come back. But that's not going to work forever, as evidenced by their ratings. Even if they had even when they have the Undertaker, Brock Lesnar there, all these guys, it doesn't matter because the ratings are still dropping for the WWE. And there's a reason, because it's fucking garbage. Nothing makes sense. There's no story being told anywhere. Things are just happening, you know? And like when there is an attempt at a story, it's really bad and it drags on way further than it needs to. Like the Rusev, Lana, Dolph Ziggler, and Summer Rae storyline recently. Like, why did that happen? Why the fuck did that go on that long? And like, there's no characters that I give a fuck about. Like, why should I care? Like, why should I believe in Bray Wyatt? Oh, look at me. Like the Smart Busters. Like, you know, you can accuse me of sucking their dicks. I don't give a shit. But like, they're right when they do that imitation. Oh, look at me. I'm scary. He's fucking garbage. Even on like, why I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It's just too much. It's fucking boring. And people go, just don't watch it, don't watch it. You don't understand professional wrestling. Like, I grew up at the right time, in my opinion. And I had good entertainment in all forms. Professional wrestling especially was there. Sports, all kinds of great times, like movies that were coming out at the time. It was a good time to grow up. Everything was pushing the bar. Reality television was just sort of kicking off. So it was not like it is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, professional wrestling's been a big part of my life. Like me and my brothers watching it together. And, you know, I had guys like Hulk Hogan and The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, and Kurt Angle. Remember Kurt Angle's debut? Remember John Cena's debut? But I've endured the product. I'm going to call it that for a minute. But I've endured the WWE product, their form of entertainment, week in, week out, with the exception of a couple of breaks. Week in, week out, I've watched the WWE for over a decade. For over a decade and a half, pretty much. Overall, all the time, I've ignored professional wrestling, the WWE in particular. All that time overall would be maybe, God, a year and a half tops. It's nearly 2016. So nearly 15 years of watching it week in, week out, giving it a chance. And it sucked. And if you really are honest with yourself, it has sucked since 2002. It's had good parts. Evolution was good, but a lot of the time it was also very boring and predictable. The predictable part I could handle, as long as it was entertaining. For example, Triple H breaking character and paying out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Huh, is that a badge? Are you wearing a badge? Are you done wasting my time? Like, Austin had nothing to say. It was entertaining. Rock and Steve Austin singing a duet together in the ring, in the middle of a feud, breaking character. But nowadays they break character for everything. Oh, we've got a hug in the ring after everything. It's fucking garbage. These people are not going to pull shit. All right? Today, they can't pull shit. I don't see anyone, not a single fucking guy there who can carry that company when John Cena's gone. Not a single guy has proved anything to me. And people can argue all they want. They haven't been given a chance, blah, blah, blah. If the WWE overall is still boring and is not entertaining, then these guys have to be better, good enough to make it entertaining. And they're not. And Vince McMahon knows it's shit. And he doesn't care. Vince McMahon does not care that he's not getting ratings. Well, fuck Vince McMahon. I'm done giving you money, my friend. Done. Like the wrestling games are a good example of the WWE product. The same game for like the last, since SmackDown versus Raw 2008. But they just gave it a new engine in 2012. But it's the same game. Simulation, fucking limited game, somehow has least features each year. You know, it just doesn't make, it's just fucking minimal effort, and it's obvious. And it's, you know, I actually advise anyone who watches wrestling to just completely just fucking just forget about it. And I say forget about it because they don't try on purpose. They can give us a good show and then they'll give a shit. Give a shit. Water everything down. Oh, John Cena said a transvestite joke. So did The Rock. And now the LGBT community is all offended. Well, they can go fuck themselves in that regard. It's WWE. It's a joke in itself. It's there to be laughed at and to be entertaining. And it is none of those things. And none of these fucking jobbers in NXT. And that's what they are. Kevin Steen's a jobber. Fuck that jobber. He's a worshipped, overrated, fat fucking jackass. He's very athletic, but he's also a fucking, yeah, you know what? I don't like this book, Ryback. You know, Roman, I'm gonna crush your dreams tonight. Oh yeah, because Reigns is so much worse than him on the mic, eh? Smark boys out there jacking off over work rate. Far out. People wanted it. All hope was lost, to be honest, in 2012. All hope was lost. And when I saw The Rock get pinned by John Cena, I just didn't really care that much. The only thing I have cared about that has made me go, wow, it made me talk about professional wrestling, let's say in the last 5 years. Whether people like it or not, CM Punk's quote-unquote pipe bomb, which was a dictate that the product might be, the WWE's product might be changing, but it didn't. It just got worse. The Rock beating John Cena at WrestleMania 28 and John Cena getting the Rock Bottom at WrestleMania 27. I don't know who won that match, but I remember the Rock Bottom on John Cena. What else is memorable? Like mark out moments. The streak ending. Everyone else cried about that. Everyone else got emotional. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I loved that moment. I loved the feeling it gave me. It was what it used to be like. You didn't know, fuck, damn, did not see that coming. People wanted old school. They got it old school. They got a surprise, and they spat in WWE's face and complained about it for months. People older than me. I'm 28. Guys older than me. Legitimately fucking upset about that fake streak, as though it's like it was real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guys. You know what's a real streak? There's heaps of them. Just Google them. You want to know what a streak is when it's tragically ended? Like some team out there winning 17 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Or going the whole season undefeated, then losing in the playoffs. You know? That's a streak ending, and it's like, damn. It's like, God, just enjoy the moment, the shock. And they didn't do anything with that anyway, so I ended up not agreeing with that. But that's it. Oh, and John Cena actually paying his dues for making everyone be beaten by him and winning every feud he's ever been in. That's right, John Cena got exactly what he had coming. They went in Damage Control the next month and just showed they weren't going to change. But John Cena getting 16 German suplexes, getting F5'd, getting treated... Oh, of course, they had to make it look like he was about to win with his little STF, which he actually applied properly. That's very smarky of me, but like, it has to look sort of painful, doesn't it? It's just a little rest hold. But anyway, Lesnar destroyed him, and that was good. Brock Lesnar, to me, has been the only creditable, and John Cena, they're the only two creditable WWE champions, and The Rock, of course, in the last 5 years. Wrestling and garbage. Deal with it. Wait, Batista, he was WWE champion in 2010. I'll include him. And Batista should have won the WWE title, not Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan got injured. And then when Daniel Bryan came back and his fans got ass hurt about him not instantly winning the Rumble, instantly winning the WrestleMania main event again, just 2 years in a row, just like that, because they want it. That's pretty much it. That's the only reason, just because you want it. Yeah, Batista would have had a WWE title run. But having said that, storyline-wise, when Batista was returning, it made sense for Daniel Bryan to win the main event at WrestleMania 30. It made sense from a storyline view to me, right? But like Batista probably would have been a better option because all Bryan did was get injured. But if Batista was champion, we wouldn't have got the Shield and Evolution, which of course no one cared about for some reason. And that was good. There's been nothing, really. It's just the same garbage. I used to be able to name every Hell in a Cell match ever, every TLC match, and all the participants. I couldn't do that now. No way. So the WWE is fucked. There's no stars coming. There's no next Rock. There's no next Stone Cold. There's no next Hulk Hogan. Product is finished, and it's going to end up in a very small organization, probably exclusive to their own network. And yeah, so the WWE, I mean, that could take a long time, but they don't care about their ratings, so then it'll happen faster than you think. Sheamus is the WWE champion right now. Last year it was Brock Lesnar. You know, I may not like John Cena. Like I said, I like him now more. I think he's more talented than most of the roster there. And he's fucking garbage. So what does that say about the WWE? Sucks dick, Maggle. Sucks fucking dick. So, if you're planning to make a living of selling the wrestling product on YouTube, you know, that's up to you. But I advise that you have a plan B. All right. I don't have a gun to your head. You know, if you want to donate to my GoFundMe, that's your prerogative. I'm a total jackass. You want to make money off YouTube selling wrestling? I'd have a plan B, especially if you've got a family. Just saying. But yeah, I've spoken about wrestling. It's garbage now. There's only 3 wrestlers there I have any respect for, and that would be Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and The Undertaker. You know, Kane. I like Kane as a legend, but he sucks and he needs to go away. So does Big Show. So does Mark Henry. I mean, I like those guys, but it's time to move the fuck on. But yeah, the rest of them are jobbers. All these guys that you indie fans out there worship and overrate and love, it's all boring. They're all fucking schmucks. They're not going to pull anything. And you can just leave. You can dislike the video. You can hate it. But it's the truth. So fucking deal with it. The WWE sucks, and it's not going to get better. All right? Subscribe. No, actually don't subscribe. I'm not going to talk about wrestling anymore. Pretty much. I might do some reactions to it, like live reactions, if people like Brock Lesnar are wrestling. But, you know, the WWE can go fuck itself. Until next time, thanks for watching this video and putting up with my long-winded rambling, mumbling about wrestling. Talk to you later. Have a great day and all that stuff.